All right, good evening. I'm Dustin Bain. I'm principal at Meramec Heights Elementary School. I'm beginning my 5th year in that role at Meramec Heights. I am also joined by our assistant principal, Mrs. Christine Baker. This is her first year at Meramec Heights, and it's like she's been there forever. So we are working really, really well together, and love the different perspective that she's brought. So when I was approached about doing this meeting, I thought if the board represents the community, then they probably need to hear from the community. So I have invited one of our customers in our district, Miss Grace Coleman, our 4th grader. She's going to speak to you briefly. And then also Mr. Russ Bean. He's going to be here to speak as well. And then I will finish it up because I've told that I need to be quick. So I will do that.
Hi, I'm Grace Coleman, 4th grade student at the MAC. Being Meramec Man is not just about following the rules. It's about being the best you can be. Everyone is excited to start the day when you are greeted with a big smile from the teachers. Our cooks want you to have a good day too. Oh, they always want to hear about your day. The teachers at the MAC help you become a better person. My life is better because of Mrs. Andrews, Mrs. Painter, Mrs. Schellbarger, Mrs. Daniels, and Mr. Barr. These teachers help me reach my goals in the classroom and are some of my biggest role models. Without teachers like Mrs. Justovig, my brother, who has Down syndrome, couldn't go to this great school. I had a chance to read to her class. These sweethearts helped me become prepared to be a big sister. Dr. Bain, please stand or wave, and let's give him a big round of applause. Dr. Bain, thank you for teaching Meramec Warriors to make good choices, that attitude matters, and care for others. Thank you.
Good evening. Just a few quick notes before I start. I zone cell towers for a living, so when I get in front of a board, normally they're not happy to see me. Secondly, I normally shoot from the hip, and I wrote it down because if not, we'd probably be here till tomorrow if I had to say all the good things about Meramec Heights. And thirdly, Dr. Patel, if you're my child's parents, my middle schooler needs a new iPhone. So thank you.
All right. Duly noted.
Good evening, Madam President, members of the Board of Education, and members of the staff. It is my great honor this evening to speak to you about Meramec Heights Elementary School. My name is Russell Bean. I'm a resident of Fox School District and owner of Selective Solutions, LLC, doing said cell towers. You might know a few of my works, one at Meramec Heights, one at Lone Dell. I was able to work with the Fox School District to get those towers put up. A short history, we moved into the Fox School District in October of 2012. We found a house that was too good of a deal to pass up, and in the whirlwind of buying a house that was 50% below market value with a 5-year-old and 11-month-old twins, we forgot to do our research about our incoming school district. Our 4-year-old had a speech delay and was just learning to talk, and our twins looked like they would follow in their sister's footsteps. Our 5-year-old already had an IEP from early childhood education, and I was worried about whether or not our new school would meet her needs. People have always told me how blessed I am, and how there always seems to be a hand guiding me in the right direction. In this case, there was no exception. For once again, we were blessed to end up at Meramec Heights Elementary. Someone once told me that people were moving into the area to get a chance to attend the school, and especially due to their special education department. I now understand why. My children that would have either put into a special situation or left behind not only kept up, but have excelled at Meramec Heights. My daughter, who only could, my youngest daughter, who only a few could understand, with the help of the speech teachers at Meramec Heights, I caught her having a conversation this Sunday with the lady next to us at church. And the lady wasn't just nodding her head and pretending she could understand. She was understanding her and giving specific answers to her questions. My oldest daughter, who I was afraid would struggle with her elementary education, just started her career at Ridgewood Middle School. And she is excited each day to go because she understands what is being taught to her and is excited about the chance to excel. This is because the foundation that was laid for her at Meramec Heights Elementary. If you were to call the MAC the jewel of the Fox School District, I don't think there would be many parents whose children attend there that would argue with you. And just like any jewel, it needs to be polished and kept up. I call the Meramec Heights School the magnet for the best people in Fox School District. We were lucky we started off with Dr. Gilman, and boy were we devastated when he left, and boy were we excited when we got to meet Dr. Bain. One of the things that you'll note, and my favorite thing about telling people about Meramec Heights, is the diversity of the school. You could pull up to drop your kids off and have a $100,000 Lexus SUV in front of you and an 82 Tercel behind you. Those kids will greet each other at the door and walk in best friends. My wife made me put this line in here because I used it last night. The teachers at the Meramec Heights are like artists. Every day they create masterpieces in the children they educate. Like Picasso or Van Gogh, they create masterpieces. But our teachers do it in a building that is outdated and badly need of updating. They are making masterpieces with a worn-out brush, and just imagine what they could do if you gave them a new brush. As parents, we thank you for all you do to support our schools. We ask that you continue to give our schools and our children what they need to continue to excel in our school and community, and thank you for all you do for Meramec Heights. Thank you.